Trinity family. This is Pastor Dewar, and this is your Theology in 3. Today, I would like to continue our conversation about magic from last week, and I'd like to show you something that I received as a gift from a student when I was teaching in the high school. This is a green rock. It's a polished green rock, and it is called aventurine, which is a fancy way of saying green. Or Indiana jade. Now, my student gave it to me because I was the religion teacher. I taught theology, and so she wanted to share with me what she was very invested in, and she had lots of these on necklaces and jewelry in her pockets and all of these rocks everywhere. And so this particular one, it is Indiana jade. It's a healer of heart, mind, and soul. And so you're supposed to carry it around with you and to help you. And it's magic. It's a form of magic from what's called Wicca, or an offshoot of Wicca, spiritualism kind of thing. And these rocks are carried around by people today as magic totems. Not unusual to the ancient world. The ancient world, people would carry around objects that had words inscribed on them, magic spells inscribed on them to protect themselves. And so this was given to me, not ironically. She actually wanted to give it to me as a gift. I keep it because it reminds me of the way the world interacts with magic today. It reminds me of the idols that our world has today. Now, when I say magic in a modern context, we typically think of something kind of like Penn and Teller, where they do magic tricks. Now, a magic trick is an illusion that's hopefully going to make you think the person has magic powers because they're able to make your card appear or make the ball disappear or make it multiply or whatever it is. But by nature, we understand it's a trick. And you can go on YouTube and usually figure out how any of the magic tricks were done. That's one kind of magic that we talk about. It's not really magic. But then there's other kinds of magic as well. Magic that has much more power. So let's talk about, there's three other kinds of magic we're going to talk about today. And I want to start that conversation by reading from Scripture, 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 19 through 21. What do I imply then? That food offered to idols is anything, or that an idol is anything? No, I imply that what pagans sacrifice, they offer to demons and not to God. I want you to be participants. Whoa. I do not want you to be participants with demons. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons. You cannot partake of the table of the Lord and the table of demons. So this is interesting. Paul's contention here is that the idols that people are worshiping they do have power. There are reasons why people continue to worship them. It's not some animistic belief that has no power. They actually do have power, and the power comes from demons. So that's where the magic is coming. It's coming from demons. It's coming from these agents that are against God's people. It's coming from agents of Satan to mislead the people of God and take them away from God's power and God's promises. And so, is there magic in the world? Yes, of course there is. It's connected to the supernatural realm. You've got demons interacting with these idols in a way that will encourage people to stay away from their following of Yahweh God. And so, the two main kinds of magic that we have in our world today are things like Wicca, earth religions, where they draw the magic from the power of creation itself, from nature itself. And then the second kind is just straight up Satanism, and that is the worship of Satan and calling upon him as the source of their power for the things that they do in the world around them. And so it means things like Ouija boards and fortune tellers and palm readers and all those kinds of things can be very dangerous. They're very dangerous because they interact with the supernatural world. They are magical in the sense that they can interact with these forces that are against God's people, and they can get you into some trouble. So the encouragement here, as with Deuteronomy, is to stay away from these things because these things have magic properties, magic power, and that's very real, and that can be very dangerous. And so here is the encouragement that we look around the world. We see various kinds of magic. We see various kinds of powers that are arrayed against God's people, and we put our hope and our trust in Yahweh God against these powers, that as powerful and scary as they might be, they have no power over God. And so we are secure in his power, in his promise, and we have nothing to fear. I pray that you have a blessed rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next week.